Even legacy knows what's coming. Hey, hey,
Twist, twist, twist. Kia ora, no mai, haere mai, tulawhalava, malo alei, kia rana. Welcome to Hugh Hayward domain here in Ngatea for the 2025 HG Leach & Co. Senior B competition here in the mighty Thames Valley. Home side Ngatea Black Hawks and Waihi Athletic Bullets. Is great moment there as both teams line up for James Higgins, who is today's referee. Refereeing his 100th game in the Thames Valley to go alongside probably about 80 odd Premier games in the Waikato region. My name is Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. Good to have you wherever you're tuned in. I'm your cameraman, your commentator, pushing the buttons as well. Unfortunately, just due to having to do camera myself, I can't do players' names. It's a bit distracting. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what is a beautiful day here in Ngatea. Big game, big weekend of action. Tomorrow afternoon out here, 12 p.m. Round 1 of the 2025 Kali Forsyth Memorial Cup Women's action. 12 o'clock, Ngatea Nako taking on the Te Aroha. Followed by Coromandel taking on the Hauriki North Diamonds, although we've got kick-off here as Waihi does it. Times their tackle quite well, but Ngatea recycle straight off the kick-off there. They'll fling it to the right. Still a few metres short of the 10-metre line. Now it's time to feed the backs. Beat down the ground. And we'll find touch. And a decent touch finder too for Ngatea. It'll be 5 metres outside the Waihi Athletic 22. Both teams coming in towards the bottom half of the table. As the first line out uncontested, so play on. First time for Waihi in the middle of the field. Now drop back to the player in the pocket. And good boot downfield. Down to Haratua. Kiwi, gotta love that name. Fires it across his own 22. They'll have to drop back a few metres. Looking for a big pass around the back, sorry. I'm just going to seal things here. Might actually run it through the forwards, which they do through a one-off runner. Good lead drive there from the Black Hawks, and they'll get the first penalty of the game. Off the feet there, and a relieving penalty for the home side. Both teams towards the bottom bit of the HG and Leach Co. table. Ngatea sitting on 10, sitting at 10th of the 11 teams, and Waihi sitting 8th. As this kick hasn't found touch, taken on the halfway line now. Fullback running out to the left. Nice ball movement. Tries to spot a hole and can't. Now 8 metres inside the Ngatea Blackhawks half here, the Bullets. Shrugs off one. Got a run-off runner, just cheaply going forward at the moment. Waihi Athletic. So loopy ball out to the first receiver. He shuffles it along one. Breaks out of one tackle. Nice pick and go there from the base of the ruck. Been knocked backwards. Waihi just a couple of metres outside the 22. They're under advantage now. Pick and go through the middle of the ruck. Now on the Blackhawks 22 for Waihi. And they can see the penalty. Blackhawks straight over the top there and winning the penalty for not releasing. Of course, big game in Whirianga later on today. 2 p.m. kickoff between Mercury Bay and Waihi, playing for the Silcock Shield. The winners of round 1 in the HG Leach & Co. Senior A competition. The line out here for the Black Hawks for Chase Henwood, sorry, trying to read my own writing there. About 15 metres still inside their half. Yeah, the free kick goes for the early jump. There's the Ngatea willing to play quick ball here. Straightens over the halfway, over the 10 metre line. Still going. Look down 5 metres outside the 22. Now they shift left. Shift right, sorry, the other left. This time they'll go left to feed the backs. Waihi up quick. And Palmer's the corner, did quite well with the hands. Now up to the number 7 here for the Black Hawks. Towards the 22 of Waihi. They go open. Little show and go there. That might have been Kiwi. Now to one of the locks. Waihi trying to get a penalty, they can't. The flat ball there and good grass tackle coming in from the Bullets. And Waihi get their penalty. Player not staying on their feet, and they've gone quickly here. Waihi Athletic. They spin left. And he's got a couple of overlaps in through the gap, over the halfway line, over the 10. He's got players with him. Nice little pass. And Waihi will score the opening try of the game. 5-0 kick to come. I think that might have been the number 12 of Aaron McLeod, that scored that one. See here on the replay, and as I said, they shifted left, had the overlap, but he just straightened, went through the hole, had a lot of gas, and then drew the defender and got the pass away. And a good dive to finish. As the extra 2 is added from Ruben Mears. And after 6 minutes, it is 7-0 to Waihi Athletic Bullets. Of course, a good win for the Blues last night against the Western Force, securing the bonus point as well. Late try towards the end of the game, securing that. Hurricanes taking on the Chiefs. Highlanders Moana Pacifica tomorrow afternoon down in Dunners, Ochipoti. And the restart here from Ngatea towards the Waihi 22. Taken there, it's been knocked on. And a little bit messy from the restart there from Waihi Athletic. We'll have our first scrum of the game. Couple of metres outside the 22. Ngatea is spinning their backs to the right. Rangi Ketapatia, Christopher Rangi in 12, John Stevens in 13. I think Harawatoa Kiwi just on the inside, actually no, that's the 11. Come to the first 5, little show and go. Gets the offload away, now out to the right wing. Some good defence coming in from Waihi. But they're offside. Third penalty of the game. I think it might have been no arms in the tackle. Ngatea put it into touch. It'll be a line out throw. 15 out from the line on that far side. got any thoughts or comments or questions, folks, please put them in the chat. I will acknowledge them when I see them. Always greatly appreciated, especially when you're working by yourself. Game was delayed 5 minutes due to Waihi's gear not arriving on time. And Ngatea have knocked it on to their side. Should I say knocked back onto their side. Brought down 10 metres out. Shift to the number 7. And then the advantage line, 10 metres out now, Ngatea. They go to the backs. Straightens. Shrugs out of 1. Still going strong towards the 5 metre line.
Carry on! Carry on!
It's a little bit messy, it's broken up, almost. Waihi looking for the turnover, and they get it. 4th penalty of the game, 2 of those for not releasing of the tackle. Waihi looking to kick for touch, they don't. Number 11 of Ngatea take it. Up to the 10 metre line. Out of 1 tackle. Gets brought down 10 metres inside the Waihi half. A shift right. Go right again towards that blind. I do apologise about the tripod issues. There's a little chip through. And it's beaten everyone into touch. Waihi will have a throw 3 metres inside their own 22. As I said, sorry about the tripod. I actually went to buy a new one yesterday. But due to my laptop breaking down on me, I had to go and get this fixed. As Ngatea might have claimed this against the throw. They have. Just on the 22, now through the loose head. They can go through the middle of the ruck, under advantage. Advantage over, might have been just a little knock on in there. They come left. Now a little crossfield kick for the winger. Gets the ball. Waihi there to meet him though, and it looks as though they've knocked it on. Waihi trying to get out of their own 22. And I'll come back to the scrum. Sorry folks, just talking off here to someone. So the first scrum was a reset. So 10 metres out from their own line here, Waihi. Scrum starts to twist. They're going to feed the backs. Little show and go, almost through the hole. Gets up towards the 22. Good run there from the first receiver. And this time, Waihi booting it downfield and a very nice touch finder. About 15 inside the Ngatea half. Ngatea Narco captain Natalie O'Neill's just rocked up. It's a bit generous with that kick. It's 11 metres inside Ngatea's half. You can catch two of those three Kali Forsyth Memorial Cup games. 12 PM, Te Aratui taking on Ngatea Narco. 2 PM, Coromandel, Hauraki North, live on the Dev Broadcasting YouTube channel. As Waihi pinched one back, so one line out one each way against the head. Got a leg drive here from Waihi, and a penalty. Tackler not releasing. Clear instructions there from James Higgins. He actually started refereeing same time I did, way back in 2003. As well, this might be a little bit of a mistake here from Waihi. And somehow, it's a bit wonky with the camera there, but somehow that one's actually bounced back in field. So we throw here to the Bullets, 5 out from the line. Thought that one was definitely going dead. It is a pretty decent track out there. It is soft underground, as to be expected though with the amount of rain. As they take it on their number 4. Now the halfback has it. Feeding it through the midfield. Brought down 15 out from the line. They come to the right. Big defence coming in, but it's an offside penalty. First couple of defenders on this near side just up too quick there. And not surprising when you're 15 out from the line and straight in front, they've gone for the 3 points. Ruben Mears is also the Waihi Athletic Bullets captain as well, coach, sorry. Good bees rugby when you have your coach being a player as well. Left-footed kick adds the 3. And Waihi now stretch their lead to 10. Assistant referees today, Annalise and Matt. Great to see even B's grade having assistant referees. Plenty of junior rugby action happening at the Domain this morning. 3rd grade and year 17. Let's kick off down towards the 22. Last time the restart wasn't healthy from Waihi. Oh, big don't argue coming in there. And he's lost it in the tackle. So Ngatea back with it. Still having a bit of trouble getting the ball out here. They've picked and gone through the middle again. I think that's about the 3rd time a player's done that. Nice little loopy ball, well handled though. Right up from the Waihi 22. Pick and go from the loose. Oh, big collision there. They still go blind. And Waihi again with a defensive penalty. Not releasing the call again. Bullets shifted off to the left. Left the centre, ducks inside. Gets over halfway, he's knocked it on though. Good tackle coming in from the Black Hawks. No, sorry, it's been called backwards. Again tipping for the 50-22. And there's a player in front of the kicker. So the penalty goes the way of, Ngatea. Of course, 2025 is also Ngatea's 50th celebrations coming up at the end of May. The weekend of the 24th, I believe. We'll be back live streaming a couple of games there as well. And they find touch with me 10 and 22 now. Ngatea making some early changes. Barton Thompson off, as well as Tonga Fusia Tuita. 3 and 4 being subbed off. This is taken there from Ngatea, first line out team that we've had in a while. Big, don't argue, still going, gets a great pass away. And well stripped out of the hands from Waihi. I'll boot it down touch. Waihi getting chased, good chase going on. As Blackhawk centre gets there. Does well, does Ngatea to release the ball. Another pick and go. A couple of metres outside the 22 at the moment. Being told to use it now, Ngatea. Nice lead drive going in. Some great stuff on attack there from the number 17 from Ngatea. Now breaks through on the blind side. Nice offload away. Please don't argue. Great run there from the Blackhawks. We're inside the 22. Pick and go towards the right. So here's someone on the sideline saying go left. Halfback's lost it backwards. Another kick through. Down to the ball's gone the wrong way for Ngatea. Waihi do well from coming back. Nice little ball infield. Couple of great passes there from the Bullets. Still keeping it live. Spread out the backwards though. They've gone up to their own 10 metre line now. They've made 30, 40 metres almost. But now the penalty goes away to the home side. He just stops that momentum, rolling momentum that Waihi has got there for a while. Line out now, a couple of metres outside the 22 for Waihi, for Ngatea. After that big break that the Waihi Bullets made. The throw goes to the back. That's through the backs now. Some great passing, drawing and passing. Is that the set? Oh no, he's left it on though. A couple of calls of deliberate knock on, but They actually made a pretty good, decent effort there to try and catch it. Good to have you wherever you are. Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting with you. Great to do something more local than where I've been of lately. I've been up to Silverdale twice, Hamilton, Auckland, as there's time off for something. Living in Kitapehi, it's pretty good.
It's a bit cooler up here.
It is a little bit. That sun's really nice, actually. The only problem I have with it is that I wore pants today, not shorts. Wish I'd worn shorts now. Phone saying 15 degrees. Sorry. The scrum from Ngatea is pretty good at the moment, but it has gone down. So another scrum reset. Of course, you can't have a game of rugby without a scrum reset. Jimmy Brown playing 9 today. Another good push here from Ngatea. Being told to use it though, Brown. Pixon goes himself. Goes through the middle. Still going up towards the 5 metre line. Oh no, last pass has gone wrong. And Waihi breaking out from their 22. Some decent tackle into touch. Well, that was, it could have gone one of two ways there. Reminder, there will be a highlights package posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. There's a link to that channel, a link to that Facebook page in the description. Hayward looking for his mark, gets it in the middle, but it's a free kick because outside shoulder. Sorry, he's opted for a scrum. I think I've seen it a lot this season, but referees just struggling with the new rules. If it's contested and not straight, it's a free kick. If it's uncontested, it's play on. But always have to go with what the referee says. Already had a few scrums this game, and Ngatea have dominated them all, but Waihi have picked it up. The base of pass out the back's gone astray, but it is into touch. I think, yes it is. Ngatea pretty good in their scrums and turning attack into defence pretty easily. So line out here for the Black Books, 2 metres inside the Waihi 22. It's over the back again. Waihi have claimed it their third against the throw. Ruck's just inside the 22, actually, sorry, it's Ngatea they've got it, I should say. That's what happens when you don't look outside the camera view. skip out passes. There for Kiwi. He passes the line now to the winger. He's 6 metres out from the line here, the Black Hawks. They shift left. Go blind again. Oh, don't argue here from the number 13 from Ngatea. Gets a great pass away. And Ngatea's first try comes. 10-5 kick to come. And a well-worked try on that blind. So here's the replay for you. It's good pick and goes. Thought they were going to come left, but they went right. They're big, don't argue. Get out of my way. Nice pass off the top. And it's one of the players wearing a headgear at least. Good kick from wide out, probably 32 on the angle. Just doesn't have the legs for it. So it remains 10-5 when we had 24 minutes gone first half. Try and update the other HG Leach and Co. Senior B games going on at the moment when I can. Ngatea take the restart. We're down 12 metres still inside their half. Got a couple of pods running, it's been knocked backwards. Ngatea trying to get there and rip it, they can't. So held up more at the moment, now they get it loose. 13 out from the halfway. A little chip through, it's been charged. Bounces in Waihi's hand. And away he goes. And Waihi's second try will become a fortune. 15-7 kick to come. Just waiting for that player to turn around. I think it's the number 8. Actually, sorry, no, it's the centre of Matty Gray that scored their second. As extra 2 is added. 17-5, we'll have a look at that replay now. So held up more that Ngatea managed to strip pretty well. And then it's just the first receiver decided to try and kick it through and it just fell their way pretty lucky. Whangamata leading Thames 20-5. Waihi 3-0 at the moment against Cobras. Te Aroha local derby. Coromandel 12-0 against Mercury Bay. Paeroa have the bye. There's a restart. Came here from Waihi. No, it's not. It's been knocked on. It's another messy restart from Waihi. Ngatea have it towards the 22. And they'll play that knock on. Yes, so Paeroa have the bye. Tairoa have beaten Hauraki North by default. Unfortunately, something I forgot to mention, today is the opening day of the duck shooting season. We've already heard a few guns go off around the place. But I believe that's why North had to default their bees. The A's went down in a heavy loss to Paeroa on Thursday night in the Old Buck Duck competition. Another reset. They say English is the hardest language in the world to learn. I think front row's a close second. Funnily enough, I've never had anyone argue that point. And another reset. Well, at least the other scrums we've had resets. It's at least been right the second go. This will be the third. Bev's Broadcasting set up 6.5 years ago to help achieve my dream of commentating sport, which I have to say I've done it. Trying to get to the higher parts. Also cover local community sports that don't get the main exposure, including sports like wheelchair rugby, which I'm off to next week. There's Ngatea with a good push. Going backwards, they're feeding the backs. Nice little ball on the inside, but too hard on the hands. Be another scrum, but Waihi this time will feed it in the midfield and couple out from the 22. You've got New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby WRC1 from Bay Park, Mercury Bay Park Arena, I think it's called now. Both Saturday and Sunday. There's some time off. There's, I think one of the props is down at the moment. And my time is wrong, sorry, because didn't restart the clock. That's what happens when you're a one-man band. But I believe we've got 10 minutes to go before half time. Of course, big weekend coming up. On the 24th here at Ngatea's Rugby and Sports Club, celebrating 50 years. Mix and mingle on the Friday, Saturday games and dinner, and then Sunday there's a Golden Oldies game here at Hugh Hayward Domain. I know on the Saturday I've been booked to cover the games there. I believe Ngatea Nako are playing on the 24th. Natalie, sorry? Are you ladies playing on the 24th rather than the 25th?
Yes,
The 50th, yeah. So that's what I was talking about, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. So stay tuned to socials. Too late now. Not guaranteed, Ngatea. Natalie's telling me so. Big scrum from Ngatea. Little chip through, both teams doing this line together so well. And again, the receiving player knocks it on, so Ngatea will manage to scramble. Yeah, so big weekend coming up for the Ngatea Rugby and Sports Club. Great to see country rugby still going strong in the Ngatea area. It was brought up in Netherton and now spend my life in Kiripahi after a few years in Hamilton. Big scrum again from Ngatea. Trying to feed through the hands. Nice ball out the back. Spots the hole. Over the halfway line. Gets a great pass away. To the centre, a big run out. Now for number 11. He cuts back infield. Not sure why. Brought down on the 22. The spin right. Still recycling well. Under advantage. I believe the player was brought down from a tackler on his knees. Yeah, they'll come back to that. She's not rolling is the call from James Siggins. There's another Ngatea player down at the moment. But they're going to play on. So look to bang it in the corner here. And there's time off for that player that's gone down. Yeah, more sport action coming up in the month of May with Bev's Broadcasting. As I said, next week at Tauranga for wheelchair rugby. The 17th, I'm in Hamilton for St John's College's first home game of the Central North Island competition, which they are defending champs, and then I'll be heading to Flagstaff for Suburbs home game. They're away to Taupiri this week, have a home game next week, which I'm not able to do. So every player gets a warm applause. And as I said, end of the month, prepare for the Ngatea 50th. Five-man line out here for Ngatea. Goes to the middle. Into a maul. The first maul Ngatea have tried. He's gone to ground, but it's a tackle. Waihi have turned this over. And a good boot into the ground. Downfield. Ryan Rogers with some safe hands. Can he throw it? No, he can't. Heads away to the referee. Yeah, good to see young Ryan Rogers here in attendance. He's off to Thames this afternoon for the HG Leach and Co. As this is a scrappy line out. Falling on the side of Ngatea though. A little dummy and go. A little chip through. It's going to bounce through the Waihi. Oh, great tackle coming in. But it's illegal. Too sure what was wrong with that tackle, as I can't see Higgie's signal. Actually, might be just because the player was on the ground. As they tap it, kick it out, and it's half time here at Hugh Hayward Domain. It's the visitors, Waihi leading 17-5. We'll be back shortly. Second half action coming up. Hoki Maono, welcome back to Hugh Hayward Domain. It's James Higgins in his hundredths is having a bit of a giggle with the players. It's been an interesting first half, and the scoreboard's definitely not showing how Ngatea are playing as they get us underway. Brought out of the 22 here for Waihi. And Ngatea going to go in the pit. No! It's a penalty, not supporting your own body weight. It's Waihi have gone quickly. And they went 10. One of the misconceptions about teams not going back 10, you've actually got to let the teams go back once you've penalised it. So get out to the right, still there on that right wing. A bit scrappy, brought down 12 metres inside the Ngatea half here for the Bullets. Bevan Jenkinson appears broadcasting, your commentator, your cameraman, your button pusher as Ngatea have turned this over. Playing under advantage, and again not supporting their own body weight here. Waihi, so it'll be a relieving penalty on defence for Ngatea. So finally getting the clock started. Blue sunny skies here at Hugh Hayward Domain in the middle of Ngatea, Hauraki Plains. Love the tagline that says Hauraki Plains flat out and loving it. Thoughts do go out to all those affected by the bad weather up and down the country in the last couple of weeks. No, Atatahi, Christchurch and Te Whanganui Atara have been copping it bad. A lot of club sports have been cancelled in Christchurch due to the rain and fields being flooded. So first line out of the second half here. And goes to the back. Claimed by the number 7. Gets up towards Waihi's 10. They spin right. Crash ball in the middle of the field. Go right again. Using the hands. As Waihi have got the turnover through a knock on. Yeah. And just another loose carry in this game. We've already had a few. The quality's been pretty decent. I even said as I signed off the first half, it's probably even a better game than what Thursday night's Pyro versus Hauraki North game for the HG Leach & Co Senior A comp. It was played in a bit of rain and a bit of wind and everything else. So Huggy's just having a chat about the gap being made at scrum time. Given up playing, but a couple of years ago I played a Golden Oldies game for the Te Araha Mountain Men. First time in my life I got yellow carded by Huggy Jr. I only did it just to wind him up playfully, he knew that too. But you might just have to watch the weight here as it was messy and then the halfbacks dropped it. Unfortunately these days, mainly due to my live streaming but also due to injuries and my body not liking things, I don't get to play sport as often as I like. As this time Waihi steady as a scrum, struck it out early. Go 10 to the 15, now to the right winger, cuts back in field, puts a little tip through which has been handy for them. Cleaned up by Ngatea. They bring it back, straight back through. Good run towards the 10 metre line. They go left. Gets out of a couple. It's away, he's over the 10. There are Waihi players there. He's got support as well. Brought down on the 22 head for the Blackhawks. They can go through the middle. Still making metres here, under advantage as well. Waihi slowing things down. Out to the player in the pocket. Looking at his options. And as someone just said in front of me here, but too late. So penalty for not rolling. And Rangi Kitapatia, sorry, is actually tapped it and given it off to a player. Waihi claiming the penalty. Might have turned it over at least. They have. So under a penalty advantage in front of their own horns. Straightens up a little there. Boot goes flying out the back of the ruck. Comes to the right. Might be open play here. Yes, it is. Got to watch this winger. He's pretty talented. So get up towards their own 10-metre line. And Ngatea have turned us back over. Although Waihi might have something to say about that. And they end up back with it. Pretty much how the game's been going. One side with possession and then loses it. As the old commentator's curse comes into effect. Ngatea Black Hawks here will have a scrum on the right hand uprights and 12 metres inside the Waihi half. As James Wallace and Sean Penny comes onto the field in 19 and 22. And actually, so does Caleb Ford as well in 16. Just waiting to see who they've come on the field for. So, John Stevens in 13. It's come off. And Jed Kermini Clark in 6. Waihi all of a sudden with a big scrum. Tight head as well. Bit of an intercept both ways. And Ngatea's still got it. They've got a knock-on advantage. Calls for a box kick into the corner, but Waihi was shutting that down pretty quickly. Under advantage. Nice hands for the low pass. Still going with the legs. Now go to the left again. Couple of tired bodies out there. Some nice hands. Out of one goes the number 17. Inside the 22 now. Under new advantage. Waihi's discipline just a bit ill at the moment. Now for the number 7 who's had a pretty good game. Rue Watani Johnson. Some nice hands. Oh no, he's knocked it on. So Waihi will have a scrum just outside their 22 in the midfield. Well, that last scrum, that was a feed for Ngatea. It was very strong from Waihi, which is a complete reversal of how the game was in the first half. Let's see what they can do on attack this time. Steady scrum from both sides. Goes to the right. Now the little chip in, probably the 5th of the game. And it's bounced ugly. Waihi have picked it up again though, but they've knocked it on, so Ngatea Black Hawks under advantage. And they'll come back to that knock on there. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, 12 PM kickoff, the first game of the first round of the 2025 Kali Forsyth Memorial Cup. Te Araha Tui taking on Ngatea Ngako. At 2 p.m, Coromandel taking on Hauraki North Diamonds. The other game at 12 p.m. is Mercury Bay taking on Pydal. That game won't be live streamed, but the other two will. You'll find those links under the live tab on Bev's Broadcasting YouTube channel where you're watching this one from. Big thanks to your viewership today. It's actually a little bit worried that I wouldn't get any viewers, but glad to see people have tuned in. So it's well picked up there. Nice little inside ball running straight. 12 metres inside Waihi's half. Come right again. A little bit stagnant. Spots a hole there, the number 14, the right hand winger. Great tackle coming in. But Ngatea still recycling. Under advantage for a high shot. He comes to the left. There goes the number 17 straightening up. Still going with the legs. Brought down 10 metres out from the line. Pick and go for the base of the ruck. Still recycling there with one of the reserves. In front of the horns now for Ngatea Blackhawks. Can they score their second try? Nice offloading in the tackle. Ngatea having to get a halfback in. They do. Fires it off to the number 8. It's been stripped out the back. Ngatea try and pick it up. It's been towed ahead. Number 14 for, Ngatea gets stuck there. Ball's going out the back of the ruck. Pick and go does well over the 10 metre line. And a penalty not rolling is the call. And they've tapped it going quickly here. Through the 10. Waihi there on numbers though. And penalty. Offside is the call. Said the turnover was good, but players offside at that last ruck. Just to reiterate, the score is 17-5, not 19-5. 2 converted tries and a penalty for Waihi. And the tee's going to be run out. 18 in front of their own horns at the moment, Ngatea. There's eventually the right tee's brought out because you only got 60 seconds to kick either a conversion or a penalty. Don't need to remind Damien McKenzie of that one. Rangi Kirapatia that's taken the kick. He's had a pretty decent game already. There's no problem. It's the 3 and it's 17-8 now. Ngatea Blackhawks trailing. The 50th reunion for the Ngatea Rugby and Sports Club happening on the 23rd, 24th and 25th of May. Still time to register for that. Bit of a mix and mingle on the Friday night, followed by games on Saturday, the senior games, Golden Oldies game on Sunday. We'll be back live streaming on the Saturday at least. As the restart, it's gotten a bit messy here. And Waihi claimed it just outside their 22. Pick and go from the halfback, from that right edge. Another pick and go. Just starting to settle, although third pick and go in a row now. Ngatea, a couple of holes in the back line now. So spin it out on Ngatea's side. And penalty, not releasing is the call. And Waihi back on attack pretty quickly from the conceding 3 points. Not surprisingly, Waihi have opted to turn the lead back to 12. So it'll be 5 metres to the left-hand uprights and 18 out from the horns. There's this one, just inside the uprights, and the extra 3 added. The new scoreboard that came in last season for Ngatea, here at Hugh Hayward, in memoriam of Peter Collette. Great Ngatea man that he was. A great man also as well. I knew him as I was growing up in Netherton. It's a great little tribute for him there. So the restart from Ngatea goes deep to the 22, to the player with no number. Brought back, big tackle, and results in a knock-on. And you can hear the Ngatea sideline gee up for that. I see Riri Rahu Collier is on the field in 21. So Riri Rahu, I should say. I do what I normally do when commentating, check with the players how to pronounce their names, and he was pretty chuffed. But I did that. I've always said I don't, doesn't matter what level I do, I try and bring the same product. The 6.5 years of doing this, I've covered many sports. Also everything from primary school right up until I did a couple of Super Rugby pre-seasons a couple of years ago. There's the halfback from Ngatea, goes down the blind side. Got a decent tackle in. Jimmy Brown just trying to snipe down the sideline, sorry. Reminder, you can watch these games back often as you like, unless I or YouTube delete it. I'll only do it accidentally. Excuse me. There'll be a highlights package posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. There's Waihi put a little stab through for the winger. Might set up nicely for Ngatea, it does. They've gone all the way back to the Waihi 10 metre line. Yeah, a bit of a shuffle through the backs, but stagnant rugby though. Got to run onto it. Big, don't argue again. There's been a few of those that will make the highlights package. As it's messy. Ends up in the hands of Tizay Baker. Go to the right, under an offside advantage. Nice leg drive. There from Collier. Another pick and go. And the ball was out, but another offside advantage. Another offside penalty. They're going to bang it on the corner. Another reminder here at Hugh Hayward Domain tomorrow, round 1 of the 2025 Carly Forsyth Memorial Cup, the women's competition. Thames Valley's first season having a fully fledged women's comp, great to see, with 6 teams involved. Te Arahatui take on Ngatea Nako here on field 1, that will be live streamed at 12 PM. On field 2, Mercury Bay take on Pairo. And then at 2 PM on field 1, also being live streamed, is Koromano taking on Hauriki North Diamonds. As a call against Chase Henwood for balk. You don't see that often. Not surprising Waihi tap and go. Well, I was going to say they've used the wings quite well on that right side, but this time left behind and then bundled into touch. It'll be a throw here for Ngatea Blackhawks, 15 metres inside the half on the other side of the field. Should also mention tomorrow we've got, I've got another couple of commentators to come with me. Tomorrow, Reno Wilkinson from Ngaiwi FM. Also, Tiari Dixon, who's a former player for North and I think the Tui. That'll be making her commentary debut tomorrow. As this is under advantage here for the Black Hawks. And I'll come back, knock on there from Waihi. I was talking about Ngatea legends before. I think I've seen Daff Neal around. He's, I think, my 5th cousin, twice removed or something. There is a family connection in there. Can't have a game of Ngatea rugby without Daff Neal turning up in support. Ngatea these days coached by the Thames Valley legend, former Bath rugby director, and a couple of other things on his belt, Leon Holden, as well as part of the coaching setup of the mighty Swamp Foxes last year that beat Mid Canterbury, in the Meads Cup final. I was photographing that final as I do photography as well, and I seem to be the only one with full face paint on. Went up to Auckland after that epic final to cricket, and I wondered why on earth I was wearing all that paint. Waihi with a good scrum here though, and it's intentionally wheeling. So they'll tap and go, both teams pretty quick to tap and go. Nice ball back inside. Called well there, they've made a few metres up towards the 10 metre line here. The Black Hawks. Looks right, then goes left, out the back door. Great tackle coming in from Waihi though. And James Higgins spotted something. I think it's Waihi that are leaving their feet. Yep, they've done that a few times in this game. Big don't argue there from Ngatea. Waihi though, they've taken a turnover cleanly as well. And looking for an up and under basically. This could bounce anywhere. And almost, it does bounce over touchline. And Annalise puts her flag up. 8 metres, still inside Waihi's half. Whangamata leading Thames in Thames 20-5. Still 3-0 according to Rugby Explorer between Waihi and Cobras. Although that score was 3-0 a while ago. Does Ngatea have it in the midfield? No, Waihi have possibly, no they haven't. Ngatea have done well to maintain the ball. comes to the right. Little grass ball there, but well picked up. Spin left. This time moving ball with feet going. Over the 10. Ball out the back again, a good old worm burner. And bit of butter on the fingers that time. It's been knocked on. 20-8. And we've got under 15 to play in this one. The other scores, according to Rugby Explorer, Coromandel and Whirianga leading 12-0 there. Paeroa have got the bye, and due to opening duck shooting weekend, Horiki North have defaulted to Tairoa. All those games in the HG Leach and Co Senior B comp. There's a steady scrum again. Waihi looking to go to the left. Nice rack ball. Now spotting the hole. Gets a great pass away over the halfway. Over the 10. Put down just outside the 22. Ngatea there with Waihi there with numbers, and this time just been a bad case of looking at what was coming before catching the ball. Ngatea will have a scrum in the midfield, 15 out from the halfway line, still inside their half. Rob Stevens, you're a Ngatea legend as well, mate. I'll call that one for you. I was actually randomly, I should start. I went to school with Rob Stevens at Mighty Hauriki Plains. I was wondering where you were these days, mate. The other night, while I was awake, not dreaming, thankfully. When I was doing the Ngatea Legends names, mate, it was more about who had spotted here. The ball comes blind and kicked downfield. Could be out in the full. No, it's not. Waihi take it on the halfway line. Big collision. The number 11 there does well. Ngatea though have got walked over the top of it. And a turnover. Now spinning the ball open. Brought down on the 10-metre line. Waihi over the top, are they? No, they're not. Ngatea still maintain. And a knock-on comes in. And Waihi will have a scrum. 5 metres still inside their half. I've just realised, Rob, what made me think of you. It was about you playing under 85s, I think, for Hamilton Marist. Of course, New Zealand's national under 85 team playing their first ever game in Sri Lanka tomorrow night, 10 p.m. New Zealand time, kick-off, taking on the Sri Lankan Timbers, I think is what they call themselves, the Sri Lankan national team anyway. Covered a number of the National Under 85 Club Cup games, so I know a few of the players in that national team. Random stat for you, because I do love my random stats. First New Zealand representative game Colin Meads played for New Zealand was an under-21s team that toured and played a Ceylon team when Sri Lanka was still called Ceylon. There's another Ngatea player makes their way injured though. That game live on New Zealand NZR Plus and Sky Sport. I believe Sri Lanka have kind of tightened up the weight restrictions for their side as well to make it fair. Player that's come off is Chizay Baker in 17. As the scrum's resets come out the same side as the feet, so we'll have a scrum reset. Another reminder, Ngatea Rugby and Sports Club 50th reunion coming up 23rd, 24th and the 25th of May. Get yourselves registered. I've popped up the little graphic a few times today, or you can go to the Facebook page and there's links to enter there. There's Ngatea with a big shove. Waihi still with ball though, on their own 10 metre line. Bit of miscommunication. Starts the hole, goes through it. Out of 2, out of 3. Nice little pop ball away, but straight to a Ngatea player. They come blind, the Black Hawks. Little Sean go big. Shoulder coming in there from Waihi, legally though. Recycled through Furo Tuanga. Now the number 20, Haley Nathan, going himself. And ball was off their feet, and that's what he blows his whistle for. I mentioned again, congratulations to James Higgins for bringing up his 100th senior game in the Mighty Valley. As there was another player down for Ngatea, makes you think it might be the number 10 of Rangi Patia, sorry. He gets back to his feet, no problem. Ngatea have a throw on this near side on Waihi's 10 metre line. It's a 5-man line out here for Ngatea. Seeing that more and more these days. As the throw goes to 2, does well. Off the top, running ball in the middle, midfield, straight to the hole. Is away. Gets brought down on the 22. Nice little run there from the Black Hawks. Comes to the number 5 there of Archie shooting. Recycling again. Nice cut ball back to Caleb Ford. Halfback just asking for some forwards. Oh, it's been knocked backwards. And Ngatea's still with it. Big shoulder, yeah, that's illegal. There's no arms in it, and now there's a back check. So another 10 marched. They tap and go through the fullback of Kiwi. And I think someone's going the card here. James Higgins is blowing his whistle twice. No, just a warning. So tap and go Ngatea in front of the horns. Two metres out now. Now to the tight head of Barton Thompson. They've got numbers to the right if they use it. It's slow coming though. One off runner and penalty. And another double blow. Someone's going here. To the bin. Too many penalties. Yeah, there's a yellow card. They've given them the warning beforehand, and when it's been cynical behaviour, unfortunately. Sorry, I thought I muted the mic. I was just talking to someone. I thought off ear. Trust me when I say it's not the worst thing I've ever done when I thought the mic was off. Yeah. Usually when I stuff up with these sort of things, I do it well. You know, try to do half the job, make sure. Yeah.
Let's go, buddy!
Get some dirt out there.
There's no surprise Ngatea opting for a scrum off the penalty. These days you can't take a scrum from the free kick. Great to have you, VJ, tuned in. Glad to see that the tech issues were on your side, not mine. There's a pick and go from the 8. Is he over? Yes, he is! Ngatea score their second. (2013) kick to come. Kiwi looking to add the extra 2. Haratua, Kiwi comes and strikes it. Doesn't look too bad, it is. It's over. And we've got a game on our hands. It's about 6 to play. Just a reminder, the time you see on the screen is only the time I've got. It's always up to the referee. Law 4A, 6A, they used to say. Referee sole judge of fact and time. The restart from Waihi goes deep. Play the territory game. This is bounced back inside. The Ngatea still going. Brought down 15 out from the halfway line. Another pick and go blind from Ngatea. A spin left, spotting a hole. Waihi shut it down though. And they get the penalty. Well, if I was Waihi here with the penalty, I'd slow things down. Use the clock. It's the scoreboard's in your favour. And they've actually opted for the points here through their player coach Ruben Mears. Again, eats up more time. Get the 3. It's now then it makes it an 8-point ball game. So outside the converted try. Good game management here from Waihi Athletic Bullets. No, there's a little bit of wind around, but nothing exciting. Is off to the left. So it'll be a 22 restart. One of the few times we now have 22 metre restarts. Just a reminder, Waihi down to 14 players for what is likely the rest of the game. Actually 3 minutes to play. Just hearing what James Higgins say so. As the 18 from Waihi gets him in on a big tackle there, Farido, sorry. And they go to the blind, but Ngatea's shutting down well here. Another pick and go from the number 7 this time, Phil Bailey. They go right once more. They put a little grubber, they put a bit of an up and under through. claimed inside the 22. No mark taken though. Brought down 5 metres outside their 22 here for the Black Hawks. It's a bit messy. Gone through someone's legs there. This might bounce beautifully for Ngatea for Waihi. He has been left behind. Play on is the call. Ngatea trying to break it out from their own horns. And penalty goes their way. Again, Waihi off their feet. And they're on the own right hand uprights, I should say. As there's some time off for an injured player. As they're going to tap it, are they? No, they are going to kick for touch. 2 minutes to play. Whoopsie daisy from the number 21, Ayrton Gurnestein. The unfortunate thing is about that, it'll probably make the highlights. It's a bit of an oopsie. As they run the line out. And it's been knocked backwards, ended up with Waihi. Number 9 shuffles along the black line. There for the 13, sorry. Gets up towards the 22, Waihi then. Ngatea with the turnover now. They've got a few numbers to the right here, they can use it. The passes have got to be accurate as well. Still recycling. Looking for holes. Gets a great offload away. Up over the halfway line. Good retention here from Ngatea, although Waihi might have turned this over. No, they haven't. They'll go right to where everyone is. Nice little offload in the tackle. 5 metres inside the half, and they'll come back to the knock on from Waihi. Still time to play here. They're scrubbed 5 metres inside the Waihi Bullets half. Should also mention that some great work that the Hauraki District Council have done in maintaining these grounds with the amount of rain around. Des Hay, I think, usually does the groundwork here. Don't forget, 12 PM tomorrow, round 1 of the Carly Forsyth Memorial Cup, the Thames Valley Women's Competition, first fully fledged year. 12 PM, Te Arahatui take on Ngatea Nako, or 2 PM, Coromandel take on the Hauraki North Diamonds. Both those games live streamed. There's a nice little pass there, good offload off the base of the tackle. And it's been turned over from Waihi, they're not happy. Ngatea, they kick it out. And James Higgins says that is full time. The great game of Senior B rugby we've had. Waihi Bullets 20, Ngatea 15. Very entertaining game of rugby that we've had. Don't forget, coming up in a couple of weeks' time, Ngatea's 50th. There's the graphic there. Still time to register for that. I'll be back on the 24th to do more live streaming. Congratulations to Waihi for taking us out. Another congratulations to James Higgins for bringing up his 100th game in the Thames Valley. Take care out there, folks. Look after yourselves. Please be safe with duck shooting season underway.